Jackson State, Southern, and Grambling are all going after this four-star offensive lineman out of Louisiana. Why this is big, what this means, and who do I think will end up landing him? We'll talk about it right after the bumper. Stay tuned. What's good people? What is good people? My name is JeffLightsyJr here at the Black Boss channel with Victor Formation. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload every single day. Now, 3 SWAC schools are going hard after this 4-star offensive lineman out of Louisiana. He goes by the name of Jamall Franklin Jr. Jamall Franklin Jr., a 6'7", 350-pound offensive lineman out of Louisiana, out of Scottsville Magnet, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Scottsville Magnet High School. Let me go ahead and show you his on three. I'm going to show you his on three scouting report. Then we're going to take a look at his Twitter and show you some things and why he is a hot commodity among SWAC schools and why I think one of these SWAC schools will land him. So if you take a look, according to On Three, he's a top 300 prospect, a top 15 prospect in the state of Louisiana, and a top 25 offensive lineman in the country. Look at the measurables: 6'7", 350 pounds. He would be an instant impact player for any offensive line in the SWAC. Period. Let me repeat that again. He would be an instant impact player for any offensive line in the SWAC. Period. On Three is on top of this because they rank him higher than any of the other recruiting sites, ESPN, Rivals, 24/7. You know, we use 24/7 a lot on here, but he went to the Rivals camp in Louisiana and was the offensive MVP, by the way. He recently got an offer from Jackson State. He's already racked up offers from his backyard team in Southern and his hometown team also in the same state in Grambling. And on Three, he also got offers from schools like South Alabama, Texas Tech, and Houston. On Three is on top of it. Northwestern State, one of the power FCS schools, really good FCS school. And yeah, On Three's got him ranked higher than most of the other composites, all the other recruiting sites. And that's because it seems like they're on top of him early. Like I said, he just went to a Rivals camp and was awarded MVP. Now, here's why this young man is interesting. One, the size itself. 6'7", 350 pounds. The trenches is where the SWAC will get. If the SWAC, let's be clear. Come on, let's have a real conversation about football. Every school, team, college, conference, whatever has skill players. Every single one. They all have great skill players. Period. Doesn't matter what school you go to. Doesn't matter what college, what conference, whatever. All of them have great skill players. All of them. Literally, all of the conferences have great skill players, wide receivers, running backs. They all have great. They don't all have great quarterbacks. These are where the good teams separate themselves. They separate themselves at the quarterback position and in the trenches. That's where the championship teams at any level, FCS, Division I, Division II, FBS, Power 5, Group of 5, whatever. They separate themselves in the trenches, no matter if it's defensive line or offensive line. And this is where the SWAC as a conference, if they want to continue to grow, yes, go out, still get the 4-star wide receivers and the 4-star running backs and the 4-star defensive backs and all that stuff. Yeah, still go after the 4 and 5 stars and the dogs, not just stars, but the dogs at those skill positions. But if you want to grow the conference, if you want the teams to get better, not just competitively against SWAC schools, but other FCS schools, the North Dakota States of the world, right? Because we always hear them in comparison to Jackson State and stuff. You want to see them get better against, the high-level FCS schools outside of just the SWAC. You have to improve the trenches, period. That's it. That means O-line and D-line. O-line, D-line. Why did South Carolina State dominate Jackson State in the Celebration Bowl? Because they dominated JSU's O-line, and the South Carolina State O-line was able to push JSU around outside of James Houston. And so this young man, Mr. Jamall Franklin Jr., is 6'7", 350 pounds, and is dominating at Rivals camps. in a state, Louisiana, which is filled with talent. That is how you get better as a conference. That is how you get your teams better. You improve the trenches play and you improve the quarterback play. Another problem in the SWAC. The quarterback's got to get better. I love me a good running, scrambling quarterback, but if you can't deliver the ball to those skill positions, to those running backs, to those receivers on the outside, down the field, not just screen passes and slants, then you're going to have a problem there too. And so that is why this young man is intriguing, because he is going to be an instant upgrade to someone's offensive line. Someone who has offers from Missouri and Indiana is going to be an instant upgrade to someone's offensive line. But not only is he being offered by HBCU schools, because the offers, I mean, anybody can offer anybody. He's taking notice. Look at what he tweeted. HBCU? You know why he tweeted that? Obviously because the Southerns, the Jackson States, the Gramblings are all recruiting him, but because they're also in the national spotlight. What Coach Dooley is doing at Southern is putting him in a national spotlight. What Coach Hugh Jackson is doing at Grambling is putting him in a national spotlight. Obviously, we know what Coach Prime is doing over at Jackson State has them in a national spotlight. And you see the fans. There's Grambling. There's Alabama A&M. There is Jackson State. There is Alabama State, who also was recruiting at an insanely high level. There is more JSU. There's more Grambling. The fan base, there's a FAMU in there. The fan bases are showing love. There's some Southern in there, more JSU, more Grambling. You get my point. If you want to improve as a conference, you want to continue to improve your teams, your respective, schools that you root for individually, recruit young men like Jamall Franklin Jr. Now, who do I think is going to land Jamall? Well, like I said, he goes to school down there in Baton Rouge. So it's Coach Dooley, and his offense is going to be very intriguing for any offensive player, both on the line, at the quarterback position, and at the skill positions. That's going to be intriguing for anyone. If I had to bet right now on May 28th, May 29th, I'm going to bet on Grambling. I think Grambling, Coach Jackson, the players, the weapons that he is adding to that Grambling team. Ooh, I'm talking to a few of them. Oh my, that's going to be hard for any young man to not choose. Now, granted, we have to see what it looks like on the field. He still has to prove that he's gather that collection of talent and put it together on the field. But I love what Coach Jackson is doing at Grambling. I really, really love what Coach Hugh Jackson is doing at Grambling. If I had to choose a school, I think Jamall Franklin Jr. is going to choose. I'd say the Grambling Tigers, but we have to wait and see. Leave your predictions in the comments down below. Leave who you think is going to snag Mr. Jamall Franklin Jr. And it might not be an HBCU. We're just hopeful, but getting players like that is how you push the SWAC forward, how you push HBCU football forward. Thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, my name is JeffLightsYJr with the Black Boss channel and Victory Formation. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JLightsy7. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out, and I will see you next time. Peace.